bond issue in December?
Yeah.
All right.
Your cat did what, Mrs. Harris? Really? All right, okay. Listen, Mark, some crazy stunt man is going to try taking off in an airplane from the top of an automobile this afternoon out in the valley. Sounds like a story. Hold it, Jack. Take off from an automobile on a dirt road. Can he make it? Well, be a good picture either way.
Yeah, good enough.
To the reader in the shortest possible time. And now, the latest miracle of news gathering, sending pictures by wire. Listen, Mark, some crazy stunt man is going to try taking off in an airplane from the top of an automobile this afternoon out in the valley. Sounds like a story. Hold it, Jack. Take off from an automobile on a dirt road. Can he make it? Well, be a good picture either way.
Good enough. Gonna be honest, there is... the reason I usually don't stream on Mondays is on account of... everything just kind of hurts on Monday, metaphorically speaking. So, it might be a short stream in the sense that I think we have a handful. I know that that's a fort there with some like missing persons. There's a town there. There's another town. Or do we have to like do something? There's like three or four more town. Wait, did I forget to? Dang it! I forgot to swap. Thanks for letting me know, Ochi. And then is there one specifically? Yeah, there's one specifically for Undead Nightmare. Well, I knew I forgot something, but yeah. Okay, I'm tempted to just swap the game over to Sonic because it's also a PS3 game, and I could just do that now, but... a Sonic game. Actually, you know what? Screw it. Let me just find which game called Sonic the Hedgehog is actually the Sonic 06, because they keep on naming them that. Well, everything's broken. Yeah, absolutely everything. Hang on, I have to restart VTube Studio, tits, my bot. Pretty much everything but OBS. Which, honestly is kind of the vibe. Oh, and also the Elgato. That. Alright, there's that. There's that. Alright, where are my tits? I wonder why every time I've opened up the throwing system recently, it's given me like this really bad sounding error, and I have no idea why. XMB. Just... I don't have the brain power for that. Oh, hey, Pizza Slurt. Sonic stuff on Left 4 Dead 2 Workshop. There was Zombots and Sonic and zombies aren't. Yeah, maybe. I mean, in all fairness, I'm pretty sure that if anyone got a zombie game for them, it would be Shadow. If they ever give him his guns back. He got them in the movie, but they have been very... Wow, we're halfway through Shadow's story? Wild. But they've been very reluctant, from my understanding, to give him more guns. Will I throw a video on this yet? Hang on, let me check the assigned reading I got last time. Scrolling. No, don't think so. The last assigned reading or assigned viewing was the 70 alternative. Had a laser gun in the movie. So they won't just give him a straight gun, but it's kind of weird how lasers have always been the traditional, like, well, we want to give them a gun, but we can't give them an actual gun, so, I don't give them a laser. Oh, hey, Gamma. I have no idea if this was where I was supposed to go for plot or if the game just froze because it didn't load that corner of the map. Both are equally possible. Oh, sweet story progression.
Hi.
That seems kind of underwhelming that
Seems
she's
like
just
Eggman's
here.
Machines are looking for you.
They're joining a May
What did you
post.
do
Apparently,
this time?
yeah. Well, I think one was his send to my D&D group because stockpiling stored wrath is a mood.
Who is Mephiles?
I'm gonna ask him directly.
Hey, wait a sec.
I can handle this alone. You keep track of Mephiles.
Yeah, it's mostly a rating thing.
He finally shows
Kind
up.
of like how Star
and
Wars
then he leaves before even saying hello.
can get away with slicing
Seems
off
his little
limbs
trip
because
hasn't changed him.
it's practically more violent, but there's less actual blood.
This is Rouge. GUNHQ? Yes. Pull all available data on an item called the Scepter of Darkness for me.
Yeah, how's everyone doing tonight? Hope you're having a better day, because saying earlier that Mondays kind of just fry my brain, but plans were made before stream schedules, so this was kind of the only day I had today to do
Look,
it.
violence
Basically.
is never the answer. It's the solution.
Oh, there will be a lot of violence. Half of it might just be from throwing the controller when nothing decides to work. If you get a PG-13 Sonic movie, Sonic can dismember people's lawn. Yeah, it's just like Legos. Oh, I remember this one. Which probably means there's like a new shop item for a ground pound or whatever. Stockpile Wrath also handled Leashless stock. What is ammunition aside from Stockpile Wrath? Or oh shoot, they actually just let us through. Well, I'm still curious to see if there's anything else in the shop, just because sometimes it's nonsense and sometimes that nonsense actually helps. Bad news is I have absolutely no idea where the shop... Oh, hey, there it is. Just complain about stuff in games and it'll, like, immediately work. Yeah, worth it. No tiny shadow. He already has the vibe of being short, so it works out. So I love how he just has rocket boots for skating, like rocket skateboard. Rocket roller skates, but absolutely does nothing for the actual jumps. Like, get on the train. Maybe being short, you mean... And actual height, like, I think everything that isn't human in this game is just tiny. I think their air shoe is actually like an air hockey table. I don't know how to say this, but you must have some really wild air hockey games if they're also flaming like Shadow's shoes are.
I've got to stop
Ow.
Doctor's train.
Yeah. Right, turning is sensitive, and I think I figured out why. It's just very specifically on those... Oh, come on. On the boost pads, the additional speed makes it very difficult. It also boosts the acceleration.
Just make us stop the train.
Ah! Thing just catches on fire. Wait. Wait, what was that switch for then? This just didn't do anything. Oh, thanks for the lurk. Sonic Prime does say his shoes are right. That does make a lot more sense for what they should be. But I am so confused as to what happened there. I just don't understand what went wrong. But yeah, air chews make more sense. It's just funny considering that you can very much see that they're like little tiny jet engines in this specific game. Like, you can see the fire off of them, but there's definitely a good... It's definitely a pretty good thing for it to be a retcon. Huh. Oh, we just have to punch the train? I guess that makes sense if we're trying to stop Eggman, but... Close enough. Okay, finish Sonic's story. How many times did Elise get... That's a good question. I wish I counted, but I think the longest time that she stayed unkidnapped was like 10 seconds on, or 20 seconds on screen, almost a minute. Most of the time she got it's so bad how often she gets kidnapped that sometimes she get captured again in the exact same scene that she got freed. And that's just like, I get that for the sake of drama they had to, or for the story, they did have to have it that she constantly was getting captured. But also, it's like, I don't know, maybe like make sure that she doesn't get freed so often, real time, right? Because it's gratuitous. Like, I don't think even like Peach from Mario's side of things has gotten captured that many times in one game, and the entire joke with her is usually she keeps on getting captured. It's just really weird pacing for the story that needs Elise to practically speaking, not be in it, but also for her to have interactions with Sonic. Like, it makes sense from the writing perspective. It's just that from the perspective of the player, it's like, come on.
I'll be able to catch up with the doctor's train ahead. It looks like that bike still runs. I can jump over the area without any cargo.
I'm just not going to bother the vehicles. I know myself. It's not going to go well. I'm sure there's going to be a section where it's like, oh no, you need the motorcycle. Actually.
Press the X button twice quickly.
Hey, Mega.
Use the R1 button. I gotta watch how many bullets I have.
How's it going? We are honestly not going any faster on this thing than we are off, but air horns. I understand completely. Well said. Oh, that's why. Guns. Thanks for checking. How are you doing? Yeah, we're playing Sonic because I had forgotten to change the game to be Red Dead. And then I decided, you know what, screw it. I'm not really thinking tonight. I'm not in a thinking mood. We'll do, like, some of this. Which does mean there's an awkward part in the VOD where it goes, Sonic, Red Dead, Sonic. The comics act Shadow even has a bike and just standard issue for Guns Agent. Okay, but why is it maintained? I really... right? Isn't that like the canon answer for half a dozen things in Sonic that don't actually make sense when you think about it? That it's just, yeah, but I like it. Which kind of makes sense. Where I was playing TCG Card Shop Simulator because I wanted to vibe.
Wouldn't the door have been easier? So, what do you want now?
Who is Mephiles? And why are you
Eggman
trying to
just
capture him?
doesn't really have
If you want
many
to know,
fucks
you
to
should
give.
Go find him yourself.
I like that.
But here's a hint. It's all linked to the Soliana disaster 10 years
Yeah, no,
ago.
that's a fair point, Mecha. Like,
The Solaris Project.
I had impulse bought
Indeed.
Armor Core 6 before stream,
When you capture
and I didn't
Mephiles,
actually realize
you
my
must
PS5
bring
was
him to
on,
me.
so when I
Then
hit
I'll tell you
install
the truth
content
about
now from the
Solaris.
website, I didn't realize it was actually going. Which would explain the bad internet I had for a while there. Actually, that explains quite a lot of things. So that's all installed, but I'm also playing 16 because I'm like, I have to actually finish these games. I just want to have a handful of a stack of things that I can pass out on the couch while playing.
You'd return. You had to.
And
You again. This
Yeah.
time, there will be no more interruptions. The Iblis trigger.
I'm
must
kind of tempted
die.
to just go for 2 hours tonight so I can pass out on the couch. Hey, 6 and PS5 too. Unlike me though, you can play post. Oh yeah, I have done this rant before, but it in the current state of things,
Time to end this.
AAA games just make sense to wait like at least a month,
Why are you getting in my way?
probably 3, or at extreme cases a year,
Hedgehog.
because they just don't do the same extent. I think it's because they can't, or they're worried that the beta testers will leak game footage stuff. They just don't do the same amount of testing and quality control, and they don't have the same dev time,
Don't
so
get in my way.
most games aren't actually finished until much later. Although it was kind of fun to play Elden Ring on release because everything was so much harder and poorly balanced, and you got to watch everyone freak out and yell about how, like, no, what the heck? I literally just beat that boss the other day, and now it's so much easier? Why would they do this? Or, wait, but now this is...
It's no use.
Oh. Fuck off, pothead porcupine.
It's no use. Take this. It's no use.
This is such a poorly considered gimmick of... Like, he's designed to be able to
It's no use.
to grab you,
Take
throw you, and then while you're recovering, throw you again.
It's no use.
Oh, come on. Well, I find it funny that in this case, it's technically the easier boss fight because Shadow... Oh, wait. No, never mind. I don't think you have... I don't think you're supposed to stun him despite it being possible. It's the exact same... Of course. Yeah, of course it is. This is Sonic 06. It's the exact same gimmick regardless of the different ways to play. You just wait for him to grab stuff and then run up and kneecap him. It's also usually better about tech. Oh, for technical status, definitely. The problem with FromSoft games is that usually it's, yeah, they've just it's the overtuning of bosses, and after they get player feedback and some data as to where. Oh, come on. Yeah, really, this boss fight is only hard because it's kind of easy to get backed into a corner. Or, like, get stuck in a place where where he can just kind of wombo combo. Which sucks, because Shadow literally has a move that can stun him. But you can't aim it beyond auto lock-on, so it's very underutilized. Now, and Silver got screwed for... Oh, for sure. For sure. He has a wombo combo of being a newly introduced character going up against two who are better received. And on top of that, being an annoying boss fight before they make him playable. Which, best example I can have about why that's a bad idea is Last of Us 2. Because in that game, they start off really strong with making me think, oh man, this is a great setup for a villain. I really hate her, and I can't wait to go through an entire game of bringing her down. Like, I am on board with a badly conceived revenge plan. And then immediately after that introduction, it's like, wait, why am I playing as her? I don't like this. Like, the worst thing you can do for a character that you want players to, at the very least, sympathize with, or find okay, or bearable to play as, is to make them anywhere among annoying. Hey, Silva doesn't actually do... Yeah, he doesn't do anything narratively as bad as her. He's generally... He's well-meaning, but pure of heart and dumb of ass. The bigger problem with that is that... Narratively? Your first introduction to him is going to be in Sonic's campaign, because you unlock Silver's story before Shadow's. Which means you have no context until you play as him. But I have a feeling that the regular course of gameplay for most players, well, the statistical average was probably play 5 minutes of Sonic's game or campaign, and then turn off the console and get a refund.
Chaos control.
That was so needlessly petty, but I love it. Good luck, I have weed.
You don't bother. With the Chaos Emerald's power, I control time and space. You can't break free.
Wait, this implies that Shadow beat him on fair terms just to stunt on him.
Not when I'm so close. Chaos control. Huh?
How?
You induced chaos control.
How the fuck did they accidentally tear a portal through space-time?
Save the world.
And also, I assume that, like, hedgehogs can just kind of fucking do this. Like, if you had Amy drop her giant fucking hammer and gave her an emerald, then she could also do this sort of nonsense with them.
Seems we must see what took place 10 years ago. Follow me if you want the truth.
Congratulations, kid, you're being recruited. Call Sonic and the Archie comics hated him because Silver was acting on bad info and thinking traitor for why they felt the timeline, and then turns out Silver was only wrong in the willing. Not entirely out of character. Shadows refused to use abilities he got that Sonic had no context knowledge for, because what? Oh yeah, like it's 100% in Shadow's character to fucking stunt on someone, and then if they if they insist on continuing, then just like, no.
Why do you refuse to listen to my
No,
voice?
we're just going to do this more.
At least.
Ooh. That sounded like plot-inducing trauma. Which actually, going off the theory that hedgehogs are just built differently in this universe, it would make sense for Shadow, the technically not a hedgehog, but physically looks like one, to be based on them.
It's Iblis.
We love leaving kids unsupervised in military bases. A fine tradition.
They're escaping. We'll have to split up. I'll pursue Mephiles. Okay, then leave Iblis to me.
Like, if there's historical records
Seal it with this.
of every single hedgehog kind of being concerningly fucking jacked, I could see why the go-to decision for Shadow was, well, we're making the ultimate life form here. Let's just base them on these little freaks. Eat. Okay, I don't want to... If you're on mobile, there's some... I've noticed there's like some weird thing where sometimes you just aren't able to talk because Twitch made a mobile app and immediately took offense when people said that they should be actually maintaining it and making it work instead of just letting it do absolutely whatever. Yeah, any two people, two Chaos Emeralds can do time travel based off the game's lore. Also makes sense, but I also like the idea that for whatever reason, hedgehogs are just kind of better at it. Because I find that funny. Right. Oh, right, we have to do this entire thing again. Oh, I love it when that happens, when games try to instantiate an object, but they either have something wrong on some level and it ends up breaking it. Worms. You know what? Yeah. They're just built different. See, they keep random motorbikes with guns on indoors underground. In all fairness, for what they're trying to control, the armored response vehicles kind of makes sense. Like, that one I'm not too surprised with, all things considered. Like, combination of, hey, shit went wrong, we need to shoot it. It's something that we can do, don't worry. Or, hey, shit went wrong, we need to GTFO. It's not a bad choice, especially for getting them down here. Although I've always kind of been on the side for games, which was, if you can think of an explanation for the weird shit, it's kind of fun to just use that explanation. See, even Shadow's colors, Pat shouldn't know his color. It also helps that Shadow's colors is kind of generic, is a little bit generic. We shouldn't be messing with forces beyond our control, but we're doing it anyway. You know, it's bad idea, black and red. Official pigment. Oh.
Must be a switch for the door ahead. Leave this up to me.
Do I remember how to use the hover boy? No. All the way back here? Well, at least when I inevitably get a game over, because this went right from the train to a boss fight with no in between. I don't have far to go. Ah. So it's a moment you take your hand off of the controller that you need that specific hand. Hit a crate wrong and ended up accidentally T-posing. And really, the only annoying thing is this not really difficult, just merely kind of long enemy gauntlet. And honestly, that might have gotten dropped after the first handful of worms. Oi. Where'd you go? Quit running, you worms. Dang it. Maybe there also wasn't that many worms. They just kept on running away. But being able to stun them makes it so much better. So much easier. Along with a little bit of weird, like, jump tech physics thing. Of, like, you hit them with that, you beat them up, you jump off, hit them with again, and you just keep on gaining height. Always several more than you think. Watch, the way to do this is probably like marginally easier knowing my luck to just...
There must be a switch for the door. Leave this up to me.
Oh! R1. A rare use of that. Oh, I thought I grabbed Shadow. That'd be hilarious if I could swing it. If I could throw Shadow at these things. Probably the more dangerous thing to throw at them, too. Speaking of funny design, just immediately grabbing an explosive box and it doing what you'd exactly as you'd expect. Alright. There's some funny goofy ways to just fly across. Yeah, it's that sort of thing that gives you so much more airtime. It's actually the exact same way that I fly an Earth Defense Forces wing diver, because they were cut. Ah, that worked. On account of how you can kind of recover jump height or jump meter from letting you in that. Damn it. But in Earth Defense Force, you can recover your jump ability in midair by just not jumping for a hot second. And unfortunately, it doesn't work here, but yeah, there's not much of a reason, it seems, to be fully in the air. Yeah, just fly across that. It's like, thank you. Now we're leaving because this section was designed for tails. And, yeah. Or... Ah! Much easier. Ah, dang it! Oh, hey, Fable. Welcome in. I hope you enjoy your lurk. And tell Nate good luck on all the, savage or chaotic raids that he's doing for hairstyles. Come on. Good thing there's always stuff to hit. Hey, I think I found your problem. You built your science base on an ancient worm burial ground. Now all the ancient worms are back to take their revenge. And bones. Do worms have bones? I don't know. No, they don't. Boneless. Although now that I think about it, by the state of Ohio, most things in the world are boneless. Good to know. Oh, thank God, a 1-up. I kind of needed that. Wait. No, this is a completely different, totally identical room. Very good to know.
There should be a switch somewhere.
Huh? Should be a switch somewhere. Level ends. Also, go Fable. Go follow Fable. She's great. Well, I guess the switch is in the next loading zone. More or less. I'm not entirely sure what to do with these lasers. I think it's just you're just supposed to jump and boost through them because they give you some level of invincibility. But it just seems a little mean that the game's like, yeah, we're starting you on a jump pad right at one of these, right at something that will cause you to take damage if you hit. Yeah, sure, it's cool. Oh, that's the appeal and power of the bike. And it's stuck. That you get to just run things over. That is true. That is honestly for no other reason than the fact that I just love being able to roadkill stuff. I love it when games are like, yeah, you can actually deal more damage with this vehicle by hitting someone with it instead of actually using anything regarding a weapon. Oh, right, the ionized radiation towers. Just microwave them. Okay. Side door. That seems so rude. How dare they not? So Brad, I'm making a custom Pokemon League for my friends randomly. See it everyone. Slide. Got Elite Four round 3. What would your type and team be? Feel free to get creative with it. Like how Fire Elite Four got in Diamond, how Lot Bunny. Okay. So I'm definitely thinking electric because most of my favorite Pokemon are electric. However, there is something absolutely hilarious to me about the theoretical Pokemon team build of 6 Voltorbs that all know explosion and only explosion. Because it's essentially just a test of... Actually... Alright, the ionized radiation towers. Thank you for that, Mecha. Actually, wait. 5 Voltorbs that know explosion. And 1 Snorlax that is built for defense. Like an absolute stone wall. So remember in Gen 1 competitive, the biggest problem was that Snorlax was kind of insane. Like, you could do a bunch of shit that caused it to just be a massive slog through, and there wasn't at that point many good counters. 5 Mons total levels 58 through 61. I forgot that, like, only a handful of trainers in Pokemon ever have a full team. So I'm gonna do, yeah, 4 Voltorbs that know Explosion. All of them level 1. Actually, no, that's probably an awful idea. But yeah, 4 Voltorbs, then the Snorlax. The levels will be done whenever I get math, but I know that the Snorlax is going to get a majority of them. The point is, it's going to be stupid. Because
Chaos control.
Full level 61 Snorlax, hell yeah. And
Stop.
And 4 level 1 Voltorbs. Because Pokemon as a game is kind of inherently simple. If you know
Shadow the Hedgehog.
If you know what
Shadow.
A little bit about the basic type matchups, you can kind of get through any game with a grass type, a water type, a fire type, and like an electric or rock type. And if you know what bosses or what gyms you're going into, which is also easy, you can prep or just out-level them. Like the moment you get 4 levels above someone else's Pokemon, until they've decided to actually do something about that, you just win. It's kind of silly. So you're definitely not going to ever make a stupidly difficult team, especially with the internet kind of piping a little bit of competitive knowledge into absolutely everyone.
Did you do it? Yes. And you?
But you can make a memorable one.
Yes. The flames are properly
Like, I'm
sealed.
pretty sure most players largely remember 1 or 2 Mons on a gym leader's team that completely wiped them and were miserable to deal with. Instead of the entire team. Or like, that was a difficult gym. It's just kind of 1. Right, so we're just going to leave it.
You're going to leave it behind?
Oh, God.
Yes. I already know what becomes of it in the future.
Wait, that's a good point. But I love how half of the things here
Yes, of course.
are things I'm like, wait, that implies, or wait, are they just going to, and then they're like, yeah, that's actually what we're doing here. We are aware and mentioning it. Wait, put a tracking device in her for future kidnapping protection. Well, in their defense, it's kind of easy to keep track of where Eggman is. Just follow the red and yellow. You'll find him. And when in doubt, attack the egg carrier. That always works.
You're back sooner than I expected. Omega is still in pursuit of Mephiles. So, where's the kid? What did you find 10 years ago?
I need you to access GUN's
I wonder.
database. Specifically, find out what materials the Scepter of Darkness was made from.
Sure.
If
You haven't answered
Shadow
my question yet.
came back to the past before he, or came back to the present before he left for the past, why do I get the feeling that the first thing the 2 Shadow clones would do, Shadow clones, would immediately fight each other to see which one was strongest? I'm so hyped by the idea you have a dank meme team as your primary team, but the secondary team's actually very specially crafted. Yeah, I like the idea because I think most people, or at the very least me, which is all the people that at the end of the day I care about the opinion of, but is that most gym leaders in Pokemon have a team geared for like average levels or average gym badge, or for each rank of gym badge the challenger has. So like if you go to one with 3 gym badges, they'll be like, all right, let me get the team for this level range. But they also have a primary team that's kind of fucking stacked. So I figure that's the case most time, but I do like the idea. Just like, hang on. Oh, what are you going to do with your absolute meme team? What? Why is there an escort mission? Who's this for? Just like, oh, what, are you going to do something with your absolute joke of a team? Nah, I got 6 more Pokemon balls in my backpack. What? But I thought you could only carry 6 at a time. Dude, hit up LL Bean or like any sort of outdoors place and get yourself a good backpack. You can carry so many more than just 6. I regularly keep 20 on me for self-defense as the founding fathers intended. I wonder what would be the Pokemon equivalent of that copy pasta of the I own a musket for home defense. I own a Machop for home defense as the founding fathers intended. Alright. Blah, blah, blah. Black Flames, Light Candle, Darkness. Freeze Bear's answer. Dark Seal will be no more. Candles are everywhere. No, none. Dark. Black Flame. Speaking of Black Flame, can't you generate light? Yes. Well, she's trying her best. It's just that anything that isn't a hedge, any human that isn't Dr. Eggman is ineffectual at best, questionable at worst. But yeah, Micah, since you brought this up, what would be your Final Four boss team? Because I wish to know, and I'm definitely not. Actually, no, I just actually want to know. I think more New Game Plus for the second time. Yeah, New Game Plus 2. I think that's also part. Oh, hey, Thing. How's it going? Yes, I think part of that's where they got the idea of the team rankings. That second time through, they just have a better one. I think got Jim set. Ooh, nice. Oh, Maria in the section where she's allied and Shadow Hedgehog too, because. Oh yeah. Or Maria, but that's definitely not canon, I think. But how are you doing, Fang? I hope you're doing well. I exist. That's about all. Talk shit. I mean, I guess so. Just kind of came up. Well. Wait. They have a freaking fountain. Man, this would be so much better with a macro map. That would actually tell me, like, where things are. So I guess this is it? Or... no, wait. Hey, random dude who looks like Mark's... Light. It is literally just... yes, there's going to be someone who can shoot... who is a power... oh, it's just there like a side quest. Okay. Yeah, doing Pokemon stuff. Mostly just the questions on boss team. We've determined I have a meme team of 4 low-level Voltorbs that just explode, and a Snorlax that's a complete and total stone wall. And then one that's actually made with a little bit of thought and care. Good win for a run, ain't some Darren just vibing? Nice. I bet you'd be vibrating after a run. That's kind of just what happens with it. Class. The line, the V8 is the best dub. I didn't actually notice it. Was it for the, like, Omega found where he's at and they gave us the wrong location? Sure, if you can get, probably not. I'll look it up after. Shadow Maria's actually freaking nature. She's just really weak to gun attacks. She was? Oh, right. Was past tense. Thanks for correction. They give the right... Oh, does a double take. That... So it's like the... It's like the Elder Scrolls line where it's... Hang on, let me try that again. And they repeat it. But most of the time, you're not going to hear it because it's tucked away in some random-ass temple you have no reason to go to. Pokemon League are all my friends during the Pokemon League and I'm trying to think of team. Svang, you're sure my Pokemon professor? Hey, he's got the credentials for it. Yeah, think of all the kids that you could go accidentally send to annoy and take down a large corporation. Like I've always said, it doesn't feel like a Pokemon game until you storm a corporate headquarters. It's just not right. Changing my thesis IRL to studying Pokemon. Alright. This is definitely a bad influence. Don't care what my advisor says. But I do think you could... I do think that with... it would probably be more of something... like a field of study along the lines of... sociology or other media in general. You could definitely write a thesis about Pokemania from the 80s and how that's been going and keeps going. A godly amount of rats is 5 rats or less. That's true, we did the math. Do it, live your truth. Make your thesis about how quantum mechanics could be used to create a real-life Pokemon. Look, I will always say that the reason the AI tech bros are doomed to eventually flounder out and fail because they have no idea. Yes! This dude! Like, the reason they're all failing, because they don't actually have a market for this, is because instead of doing something practical that people like, you know, making Digimon, they decided to just grift. Not friends, you're in the way of massacre. Alright, Death Robot. Wait, it's got mortars when he's flying? Oh, this is perfect. I say as I play beat the clock on what's going to die first. My cooldown, my mercy invincibility, or these guys. So much easier to use in the Mephiles boss fight. Your life Pokeball. I mean, wait, can he? He can grind. That's hilarious. Ow. I think as most Digimon continues, nobody makes them. They're just naturally occurring. Okay, that one's pretty funny. I appear to have made a miscalculation. But there's been some closest to Tech Bro as an antagonist. Oh yeah, because Tech Bros are just immediately known and spotted as the problem. What happened? Mon's a teenager, so I have big badges and made the equivalent of Twitter and couldn't handle people being dicks. Yep, ads. I'll be back in a moment. Ads in there, and drag that down, and music, and remember to actually check if, yep, it did not save because of course it did. Please get off that, get on that. There we go. Entertain ourselves. Yep, that's true. I think everything else is good. Allegedly, people are back, so yeah. Bam. All right, Omega is even better because of the same freaking stuff that you have to do as the much speedier and smaller characters. Sorry, what? Was that a glitch or intentional? Because I swear I just bounced. I think that was a glitch. Impossible to tell, but love that for me. You know what, we're just going to go around the death trap. I heard that coming. This game has no glitches. Save that line for when we're playing a Metro or Stalker game. No glitches in those games, only anomalies.
Welcome, Omega. It won't take much for me to... Okay, we'll find Omega soon. As in there.
Man, it's like tremors going on in here. just random chance of suddenly worm. Yeah, this game has no glitches, just things that a very sleep-deprived programmer decided, you know, we don't need to check that. We'll be fine if we don't ship it with that capability. We just need to get this out the door so they'll finally let us go home. Problem wasn't butter. It helped grease things up and get me to 11 inches. What? I have no idea what was so specific about 11 inches. So we don't need to, or Jesus fucking Christ, Sega told us then, get this out end of day. Honestly, a bit of both. A little bit of, we don't need this because Sega told us to GTFO or to get this out by the end of the day, and we don't have time. My team for 7th gym would be 38 Orbeetle, 39 Galvantula, 38 Arachnid, 39 Scorch, 40 Beedrill, and 41 Sizor. Nice! Very bug-focused team, and very much what I'd expect from you. Ah! There's a crate. Devs just call... Right? The devs... If you don't know the context, seem lazy, but the moment you get the context, you realize that, like, first time I was playing Wave Ocean on Sonic, I was in a state of constant awe and horror at the fact of how lazy everything seemed, because they didn't have time to do it any other way. Like, there's no drowning animation. It's just... You just fall through the bottom like it's not there, because they didn't have time. Also, what is even this nonsense? It looks cool, but it... Yeah.
Yes.
Wait. Alright, Omega's on the other side of that gate. That gate's probably the only thing that's keeping his rage in check. Also, I just noticed I really like how Shadow's design inherently gives him red eyeliner. I thought the floating thing was about to whack Shadow's. I wouldn't be surprised. I was kind of expecting more things to blow up, or at least cause a massive problem. But it's kind of all right. That's kind of low key. That's actually a really nice and easy level. Mephiles, you will not defeat me easily, Omega. Just standing there. Boom. Boom.
You may have been programmed by humanity, but
of course, the ultimate life, or his makeup is part of his biology. Ultimate, yes, must slay. Yeah, mouth off to the killer robot. That's going to get you shot less. God, getting bodied by bullets. I don't know if it's intentional.
What just happened?
But I really get the feeling that the writing for this section was intentionally supposed to portray Mephiles as not actually
in the future is me.
Like not actually understanding the group dynamic and thinking they're all kind of only working together out of necessity.
It's so unfair. Shadow's
All-
always here to defend the world.
Although I say that, and there's drama immediately
Despite
going.
that,
Omega does not believe the designated god means immune to stockpile wrath or ammo. Oh, Omega knows it's either as well. Oh, yeah.
It is seen as a threat.
But it feels like he's trying to play people against each other, and they're just like, nah, I know these guys. They're chill. I trust them.
Shadow?
It's not gonna work.
Even if you believe everyone in the world will be against you, know that I'll always remain by your side. Remember that.
Like, even the designated villainous vibe team is the team of anti-heroes that, by design, are like, oh yeah, those are villains. You can tell by the way they look. Have power of friendship going all out for them. Leave for a minute, Omega even knows what the concept of backstab is. Should I punch him in the face first? Yeah, that's exactly it. That Mephiel is. I'm just going to rock with Mephiel's. I don't feel like trying to remember how it's actually pronounced. Wait, it's a manipulator, psychopath. He just fundamentally doesn't understand people not being out for their own benefit. Blocked me on so far away. What the heck? Get up in the air. Right, all the townspeople not knowing how to do anything other than stand in place and run is kind of funny. Bonk, bonk. Music for this rap. Only thing it buys is silver, literally naive kid, barely interact with people, young kid from post-apocalyptic future. Oh god, that's even funnier. The high mark for his entire manipulation is just, yeah, I got one dumb kid who was kind of desperate for friends or any or any hedgehog contact in the bad future to buy it. Literally everyone else who has undergone an ounce of emotional development, I have had no success with. But that emotionally stunted kid worked like a charm. Targeting this child in my cult, pretty cool, right? Yeah, pretty sweet. Get stunned. Shadow's combos still feel very unfinished, but I do appreciate that it is possible to get a good combo going off of him. Like, you can at least stun something, and then from that, go into just a beatdown while they're senseless. I can really see him having like a future incarnation where it's being out taking. Oh yeah, understandable. Take care of those chores, and I appreciate you being by even for a bit. And if you have to go, yeah. And then Shadow Roundhouse in the back of that. He kicked the stupid out of him. To the desert, if I remember where that is, which I don't. Love Omega back there doing stretches. Little hops. He's prepping for the next murder session. I love him. Yeah. If you're being attacked by fire monsters, why not go in the water? Or, in the one direction where they aren't. Are you listening to all the cursed Sonic commentary? I can only guarantee that this won't get any better. I have no prior information, no real stakes, and it's one of those it's one of those things where the lore isn't a combination of games, old instruction manuals that have since been retconned, spin-off comics, the better spin-off comics, etc., etc. Oh, good. It just drops me there. I was worried for a moment I'd have to find it. I'm also starting in the worst possible place. Shadow, tell us your opinion on sand. Is it rough, coarse, gritty, rough, gets everywhere? Hate it?
He's probably looking for the Chaos Emerald that's supposed to be there.
There's no doubt in my mind. His movement shows he's seeking any Chaos Emerald he can
I
find.
have to wonder about the Chaos Emeralds.
He needs one
But I think the answer is in their name.
I will
It's
steal
like,
him before that.
he insulted my friend. I will beat him up. So we're on Left 4 Dead Workshop for group things. Turns out some weapons play bad with some models. Forgot one MSG mod's a vector that reloads by bouncing the magazine off the ground into the gun. Ugh. That is hilarious, especially for such a weird gun like the Vector. It's designed to be ambidextrous, so instead of shooting out spent casings from the left or right side, like a left-handed gun will have it shoot out from the left side, a right-handed gun will from the right side, just so you don't get burned from the ejected shell casings. I probably should have read that hint, but I think I can figure out. And the Vector, to solve that problem, instead ejects shells downwards. It's such a silly thing, but they also over-designed it so that recoil is very well managed. Beating him up is code for increasing... Hey, that is beating him up. He will be beaten. And also, probably, generally speaking, up. Ha! Got one. I feel like there's probably a handful of different paths through this, but is that statue falling over on top of me? Yes. It's just doing so very slowly and awkwardly. But yeah. What was I saying beforehand? I don't remember. Oh yeah, I think it was something about odd implications for this game of like... Or something someone said was a bit... made me think. Mario Party. Someone hit me with a train. I want that star. It's a strategy on that map. Like, I was playing it the other day and still worked. I got hit 5 times. Got my 5th concussion. I get free glass of Wiggler milk. It is known. Oh, sweet. I'm the hole. Mario Party. Oh, wait, I can add it. Got my 5th concussion. I get a free glass of milk. Nice. 169. Oh, a new stage. How unexpected. I didn't think they had any of these left in them. Ah! Hey, Sickly. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Ah, dudes. Bonk, bonk, bonk. Sorry, I was taking my bite from saying it. Nice! Rock's a very solid choice. Like, you can really, that's a really good foundation for further team building. It's a good one. What? This one's weird. Good, didn't realize I hadn't said anything today. Oh yeah, no worries. Like, I get lurking, and also there's been so many times where I'm like, oh right, I haven't talked at all in this stream, and now I've been here for so long that it's going to be awkward because they won't have any idea if I've just been here or just got here. Or it's going to 39 and so many people like, well, now you've made it weird. It's a perfectly fine thing to talk about concussions and milk. Pick Geodude and Rock and Roll, which is fair. Oh yeah, for Gym 2, that's very much good picks. And also, Rock and Roll is such a funky little dude. Like, he's just small and funky. Hey, dude. Ace for Gym 2. Aerodactyl. Oh, that's even better, because... Oh, shoot. And also... Also, it just fits. Like, I can see a very strong, Oh, seriously? Attacks live from the get-go? Rude. Well, you got a pretty solid paleontology find with a geo-themed Pokemon. And also one that evolves to like a minecart coal sort of thing. And then ending it up with with a fossil Pokemon. Mega's a Pokemon trainer. His entire team's Electro. He just throws them. Oh, hey, yeah, my team. This 5 Electros that all explode. I almost did that for like a specific challenge run, and then I decided that that would be so much back and forth between the Pokemon Center and the actual fighting that I'm like, we're just gonna do something else. Here's shiny snake. Spread a shiny rock and roll up. Oh, nice. I also definitely haven't seen his shiny because, although that's more of a consequence of just forgetting you can look up shinies and not really thinking much of looking for it. Damn, a pull actually look right? Like any shine. Purple and orange. Oh, that's perfect for you. I love it. Yeah, we're just gonna... Dang it! No. Oh, come on. The #1 cause of death here has been slipping off the sides of platforms. Just trying to jump and being a bit too late, either because I didn't realize I was there, or trying to jump at the edge and lagging. Purple, good color, even though right? Like, you can get a lot of mileage from purple, and some good bearings. Like, it's got some good options. Alright, the best option for fighting these things, because I think you have to hold his Omega's square attack. I think this is like a melee. But to actually do that, you need to hold it, and I don't... Oh, come on! Oh, I didn't have any speed starting out. Galith adds to the shiny palette, and it's my favorite part and the reason I need hints. Oh! Oh, that's... I don't think I know of any other Pokemon that specifically add to their palettes like that. That's pretty cool. Here's those jump. Don't. Yes, but I thought I had enough. But I thought if I could get to the first one, I could make a dash over to the second. Or oh, come on. You've locked onto that thing every time. We are now at this stage of dying where things just fall apart. I know I've gotten that locked from the first jump. But I thought I think I had enough time that if I could have gotten there, I could have made the full jump. But then I just didn't have a start. Plus Evos for Shiny Rock and Roll that has light blue crit. Oh! Man, Rock and Roll is a cool one. Nope. Want to get those first, then wait. Perfect. First try. Definitely didn't absolutely beef it on the first go. Oh! That one's probably on me. Now, 82%. Huh. Well, unfortunately, it's honestly not that hard to get back. This at least is one game that I'm kind of glad I find a bit easy in general. Like, if they polished up all the mechanics, they could have gone to make it a bit harder for sure. But part of that is I kind of feel every game could be a bit more difficult. Right up until the point it is, then it's either this is bullshit or I like this. I can't sit and grind it out play for 4 hours straight because then I'll just get mad at it all. So I'm just going to play this in bursts, but I like it. Yeah, Shiny Magnemite's gold. It's so cool. Fortunately, the Aerodactyl is from a time before they realized Shiny is remarkable, so it doesn't look too different. Yeah, that's a Gen 1 Shiny, isn't? Oh, they didn't have Shinies in Gen 1. But it's a Gen 1 Pokemon, and sometimes you get good ones. Sometimes you get things like Shiny Genjar, which isn't that great. Especially in limited color palettes. Okay, so I have a jar of gunpowder, but I no longer have a pirate ship in my head. That's from Chibi Robo. I know exactly which jar of gunpowder and which pirate ship they're talking about. That game's so good, and I'm so excited for Co-Robo to come out. When I got the Kickstarter link to me, I'm like, all right, the moment I can afford to, I am donating at the tier where I have to be credited as a supporter in the game. So when that finally comes out, you're going to... Oh, I flipped it. It's so good. I think it should still be available through ROM share in the Discord. I had to make some space in because they do not give you much space in Discord, and I really need to like look into... I should probably do a Dropbox or set up a Dropbox for that. I've heard that Dropbox has more storage space from a brief little bit of research, but Google Drive, especially for ROM sharing, does not have much 15 gigabytes gets filled quick. Especially because I use the drive, or one of those drives, for also just stream stuff. So there's like a couple art commissions and the like in there. And some like, yeah, I'm going to need this for a thing. So I'll save it here, and that's been on my computer. Why is it still online? I found the reverse button. Yeah, in the Discord, there's a channel for essentially doing things I shouldn't, but there should be a link for everything I used when I played that game on stream. And if not, let me know and I'll find it back, because general rule is that if you're curious about a game that I'm playing and I'm able to help get set up, I'll just help you do it. Like about half the reason I started streaming is to do a little bit of
it's just a bit
ROM preservation or old game. Yeah. All over the place. Ooh, bats. I wonder if that's existentially terrifying for Rouge, or confusing for Rouge. It's like she's in some dank old caves and some non-intelligent bats show up. I remember trying to get emulation before, but outside of Digimon World 4, it didn't do much of it. I have wanted to play Gotcha Force to get a friend play. Oh yeah, I have that ROM too. I'm probably able to get that set up. Which reminds me, I've been meaning to play that game because it got recommended to me by a friend, and I'm like, oh yes, I totally will. And then immediately got into the massive trap, which is, if there's something that I want to play and like act and give it my full attention, I won't listen to music or a stream while playing it. So that also causes me to have difficulties playing that, because I usually get invested in a stream because I turn those on to relax and the like, so it becomes hard for me to justify playing it. And yeah, good one streamers play Second Sight and recommend. Yeah, I remember you saying that, or mentioning that you got Hazard to play it, or something like that. All right. Oh, I see. Wait, the camera just categorically did not do that last time. God damn. Right. Did like found weirdly experimental. I can get behind a game like that, honestly. Like a game that you can see what it's trying to do, but didn't quite manage it. Those can be really fascinating. Partially because in many cases mechanics that didn't work there do get recycled if the studio continues and doesn't get canned immediately for one failure, which is a whole different rant. Wait. The sand might not be lethal, but I also don't want to test that. The aiming system is third. It's the thing. You aim to activate lock-on. They aim within the lock-on. So we're absolutely mad with power once you got projection upgrade to possession, though. Nice. Yeah, it reminds me a little bit of, and it's probably not quite, but it reminds me of Resistance Fall of Man, where they had a really weird thing where aiming down the sights was on the stick buttons. So you had to click the sticks in to aim because like grenades were on what would normally be aim. There was, I think, yeah, it was grenades and melee were on aim. L1 and L2 and R2, or L1 and L2. Blech. And then you could aim because all the utility stuff was there and not where you'd expect it to be, but it was literally a launch title, so it kind of makes sense. Huh, Shiny Tinkaton's the exact same except the hammer's orange. It's supposed to, weird. I can see it looking rusted, but it's strange that it's just that and nothing else. Like, especially for, well, actually this might be a hot take, but it is Scarlet Violet, so I'm not exactly shocked that they didn't have maximum effort put into it. Oh my god, I hate that. I hate the momentum with Omega. But Zest guards make them shoot their friends and with no hesitation to open fire on their buddy. That is amazing. This is not at least cool with snipers instead, because in first person you actually get the usual aim look, but the sniper scope models zoomed in, and third person you get a scope view in the bottom right. Oh, interesting. Bottom right's pretty good, right? Yes. And it is glorious. Also, welcome in, Zartar. I hope you're doing well. Don's perfect. Yeah, it's friend shaped. Just ignore the murderous intent that dwells within the heart of Tinkaton. Oh, hey, 1-up. I'll take that. That does murder. Bird murder. I can't remember. I feel that part of the reason that it targeted Corvin Knight was also in that generation. Birder. There's a birder on the loose. Bird murderer. How are you doing, Zardar? Hope that you're having a good night. Nope, not. Gotta get a running start up. You're just going to be dealt with at close range. You can actually just jump across those without hover. It's hilarious. I love it. Been good. Marathon games done quick. Yeah, I saw that you were streaming quite a variety lately, and understandable to take a break like that. It's nice to have games that you can just kind of go through and like beat in a couple of sittings. It's also kind of nice to go back to just have something that's been, yes, this is my ongoing thing. And I've kind of been getting annoyed lately that I've been falling into like a bunch of roguelikes and quick kind of live service games like Helldivers and Balatro, simply because it's a bit frustrating to have these games that when you build up something good, you're immediately brought back to the beginning of a low level power that feels kind of eh. And then in the case of Helldivers, it's like, I've done this one. I've done this game. I've played this game so many times that I know what to expect. I know what's coming and generally how to do it, but it's still at the level that of intent a challenge.
Let's move on.
Two Worlds is still the finest thing I've seen on a game done quick setting. Is that the David Cage game? The like new one that's, wait. Oh no, I was exactly where I wanted to be, I think. Nope, there's a door over there. There's a oh, the Oblivion knockoff. Interesting. I got farm, I remember permanent stats boost and alchemy stuff. So, oh god, I wish that I could say that that was a mistake of that game in and of itself. But one of the most basic rule patches that they've made in Elder Scrolls games in general is, all right, you can no longer make potions that boost your intelligence or specifically your alchemy stat, because the last time we did that, y'all just made potions so strong that broke the game several times over.
No.
Ah, dang it. David Cage wishes he can make a game as good. It's so... Those games are so funny in the same way of, like, a really bad movie where the director obviously thought he was cooking and had something, but it's just the most derivative slop you've ever seen, made even worse because it's quite obvious that the director specifically thought it was the best thing that it was like the last word in cinema. And it's just like, okay, anyone have the courage to tell him? Nope. All right, we'll all laugh at this together. Because they're just the clumsiest things I've ever seen. But they have such an air of importance. Potion spellcraft. Right? I was legitimate. Here's the thing. I will legitimately argue that Skyrim is worse than Oblivion because it doesn't have the same level of spell crafting that you can do. Because that's so cool, and you can do so much broken stuff, but also because spells don't have a stat that scales to them as easily as melee weapons. Breaking the game with them, or making spells that are much more useful and a little game-breaking, is pretty much the only way to make Magic competitive. The Heavy Rain probably his best working, even then has a lot of issues. Yeah, it probably doesn't help that my impression of Heavy Rain is watching a playthrough where every so often Yakety Sax got played over it, and it just fit! Like, they were completely right. It just... When characters were running around or trying to do something in a short period of time, it was just yakety saxable. As just waiting to speak to you early on, and the stats are so high that you'll never kill him. However, you respond, there's a village nearby, and villagers are immortal. Oh, beautiful. The common endgame boss trembles in fear at the villagers. It was worse than Oblivion because it has the same, right? And it does. Oh, come on! That should have latched on. Yep, it was I. It was Akai, and it was beautiful. They were just right. No, but my biggest problem, unironically, with Skyrim, no acrobatics stat. Acrobatics is the funnest stat in those games for the sole reason that after a certain time, I was able to do at like level 70, I think. I don't even think it was max level. But I was able to do dungeons backwards because most dungeons in Oblivion have a shortcut to the beginning that involves a drop down. Sometimes it's a door that's locked until you find the key or hit a switch, but most of them let you just go through it in reverse because you can jump up and grab the treasure and then go through and loot all the rest of it. It's beautiful. Game's one condition for the ending mechanically is this that is such a fun speed run. Funniest bit is the only reason it's possible one of the spells the guy will throw at you if you aggro him's fireball, so you can just run to the village and let him hit you and someone else with it. And that's enough to And that is enough to get the entire village, isn't it? Actually, even if it's not, one immortal dude in enough time. You. And by you, I mean me.
You sooner.
Hey, Ace.
As you must know,
how's it going? How's the fast food simulator?
But there's still time for you to change.
We have multiple shadows.
Join me, Shadow.
Shadow is once again trying to be corrupted to the dark side with the enticing offer of we can rule together. It's just like, we've done this before. We just a few minutes of guys with sticks and simple swords beating his ass. I love that. Never not be in Hell's Potato. What is Hell's Potato, and why should you never not be in it?
Truly a shame that you wish to go against me.
Well, I mean, I guess they are my own words, so we have no choice but to never not be in Hell's Potato. They're doing all right. Oh wait, I think I've seen this fight from Generations. A bit insane because it's Monday and tired and was supposed to do Red Dead Redemption, but then I forgot to change the screen or the game and decided it was easier to actually just change the disc and ended up crashing my entire stream doing that. Grandpa spotted. And Fang's here too. It's pretty great. Pretty sure Two Worlds Ending has the main character's sister aiming to rescue even say that took him a while. Well, we have the full party here, so I suppose it's just the same deal of beat him up until we can use chaos control. Rations versus funny. Shadow's just, I have no idea who you are. That is absolutely hilarious. Ooh! Bro just hit us with the, it contains multitudes. Oh, wait. Do I have to trick him to punching each other? Yes. That's a Pokemon-based question. Or something like it? Yeah, I don't think I'm doing anything with that. Hey, can you use your guns on him again? Yeah, they were hilariously effective before. Just hit him with what you got. I'm actually not entirely sure. And part of the problem is it's hard to keep them both in screen. I think Purple Void Floor would be more... Well, we have determined that Shadow runs on the same principles as an air hockey table, but on fire. So I can see it. Wait, do I just have to beat him up and there's just shitty feedback? It's hard to tell. Fix that in Generations. Oh yeah, you actually have to squid for this. That's what I remember of the fight. Yeah, Rose just wearing some fashionable shoes. Those boots were made... Rouge's boots were made for stomping, and they will stomp. There's nothing that can prevent her. So the... Oh, that's good to hear. Hopefully it actually works when plugged into the wall, and glad that it's been a useful gift. Hope you enjoy it. No, I'm just going to destroy these statues because I can. Is it just survival? Ow. Squid! In Squid we trust. Actually, that's not true. I've heard about the squid form. In squid, we kind of give side eye as we try to figure it out. Yeah, this is honestly the Shadow Generations fight. It's kind of what. Ring out.
These shadows are such a pain. You need to do something. Otherwise, he can do whatever he wants.
You should be able to get rid of these shadows.
Right, it's Chaos Boost, but I don't have the resources. Want to exit? Yes, that line alone. I'm like, all right. If I'm going to be playing this game, I want to have the context for this specific fight. So we're going to have to start with one of the worst ones. Casual squid art's pretty funny though.
Hey, that doesn't look good.
See, you say that, but in a case of VTubers tend to follow others who have their same theme, I kind of just see casual squid art all the time. It's like not knocking all the other Eldritch entities, but oh, we just have to hit them in the eye. I see now. I see, said the blind man as he peed into the wind. It all comes back to me now. God. Oh, hey, Nero. Welcome. I hope you're doing good. Just saw that. We're actually figuring this out now. Generations retroactively made the 06 playthrough worth it. Nice. And casual Shadow squid art, but oh, is Shadow not kind of Eldritch? Like can you be the ultimate entity without being concerningly built? Like, I'm just saying. The keystone for my argument here is squid. Wait, right? Love squid pose. Yeah. Yeah, loves a good squid. The saving grace to the fact of me not being sure if I should go live or not is the fact that it seems like either I'm being very bad at misreading things, or everyone is kind of brain fried. I love it. Purpose of Shadow Generations give us a reason to laugh at Methyles. Oh, wait, I understand what this is now. They'll keep coming, but whenever they drop, they end up dropping in a pile of shadow clones. So oh, that's what it was. Get comboed on, you nerd. No. Oh, I hope you have a phase 2, because this ain't gonna be slow. Breaks my go. Breaks my grain. Go. Mood. Really, it seems like the best metaphor for what this game does to people is just what this game does to your PS3. It seems to be a similar type of chugging. Chow's reactions are more like, sucks for whoever that guy was. I don't know who that dude was, but hate that for him. Okay, that was really cool, where you make clones and you just have to bounce off of them. It's pretty good. I actually feel bad from the end of his fight. Dude lives in non-existence, just wants to escape. Sounds...
I am invincible.
Yeah. Nope. You are no longer existing. Thank you, Fang. It's not going to be very. Did I actually? Oh, actually, dude, got an A-ring. I miss a win. Thank you. Yeah, from what I saw from the Generations fight, it's partially why I asked of would you rather Sega tries to remaster this game and like gives it its all, or just leaves it kind of in the dust and keeps on doing new things. Because with the comparing this boss fight to the one in like the Redux in Generations, there was a lot here that I could see they took the inspiration, like, all right, let's do something with the floor. Let's make that an obstacle. It's got some new powers. Let's do something there. And then we had this section where you bounce off of the clones to get to the top one, which is interesting. But also... Oh, that's not good.
The Eye of Now absorbed your power through your shadow in the past. What may have worked 10 years ago no longer does.
Ah, what a pain. But also, let's do something more with the, yeah, like they took it and made it right, which is why I was thinking it could be interesting if they did that, apply that to the entire game. But it seems like the general vibe is no, it's fine to leave this here.
You must realize now that you cannot hope to stop me with your limited
Which I can understand.
So you say.
It's futile.
Unfortunately for you, Mephiles, these are three heavily armed and heavily heroically stupid individuals.
I will fight like I always have.
Also, using the rings for something is kind of cool. Remakes of adventure games are very have remakes of the adventure games belong. Oh yeah. Hey, we were just talking about this, of how Shadow would totally just beat you fair and square, and then when you didn't get the lesson, continue to beat your ass with another technique. Adventure games should come first. Yeah. Alongside remakes of Hero 6, make a collection. I can understand that. I think that Adventure 1, 2, Heroes, and 06 all together might be a bit much for one collection. C needs to come with an asterisk. Can't do this in-game. Yep. Most of the cool things Shadow does is not in-game. 2 swords down, 1 to go. Will be great. But yeah, the Adventure 1, I definitely think Adventure 1 and 2 from, like, going forwards, they would be a good collection on their own. Actually, I don't think they should be a collection on their own. I think they should just come bundled. Like, those were GameCube, Dreamcast era. They're, unless you're adding a whole lot, and they're similar enough. Like, you could, I think it makes more sense for the sole reason that bundling them means you can play through 1, and raise your chows in the Chow Garden, and as you play through 2, all the work you did for Chow raising is still there. Yeah, bundle. They're always just bolted together. I saw Sonic Adventure 1 mod that had Cologne as a playable character. Interesting. Has the vibe. I think start with SA 1, 2, and Heroes, and have 06 another collection along with the remake of Shadow the Hedgehog and Unleashed Remastered. I could see, actually I could see Adventure 1, 2, and Shadow as their one, because they're all similarly grouped in console generation and general era. And then Heroes and 06 as sorry we beefed it the first time. Just to kind of have a little bit of continuity, because I feel like the adventure games and Shadow are part of their own kind of generation. Clone, it looks like a Sonic character, probably more in line with Kirby. Ooh. Clone. Here's part of... True. They are... That's true. And there's also ads, so I'm going to get that set up, because I found I just kind of need to stop talking for every so often. Oh. I completely zoned out and didn't realize that the ad warning was done. I also had no idea why you don't keep getting ads. The only thing I can think of is if you have Twitch Turbo, because that's like you pay a bit more but don't get ads anywhere.
This world was devastated before I was born. A harsh, bleak place where we live in eternal darkness.
And it's a really eternal darkness if everything's on fire. Also, another place for Astra cannot do this in game.
But they always point to the flames.
Well, one's also, let's tell him those little cat rabbit things heart repeatedly. What a wonderful trauma Congo line for Cologne 1. Got a decent way through Cologne 2 save files for. Ah, that sucks.
They come
Just
from an eternal life form that we cannot truly defeat.
Getting
the
it
flames of disaster
things deleted in the
known
transfer
as
is awful.
Blaze, what's wrong?
He's appeared again.
Silver, the bitch is back. Eternal slightly illuminated future doesn't have. Yeah, that's true. It's true. Eternal darkness doesn't have the same ring as eternal poor light. Whoa, we love light, right? It's too bad she keeps on getting stuck in future alternate dimensions or timelines. A bedroom with one nightlight. Future of only one insufficient nightlight. Oh, sweet. Let's throw. Hang on, what's the badge on this car? What are we throwing? Yeah, let's throw Mazda Miata at these things. Let's go, Amy's part. Where the Silver or Sonic got murdered. Oh right, I forgot that the murder of Sonic the Hedgehog was a thing. Terra is having no nightlights. Silver wants to the camera immediately launched back to, or latched back to the beginning angle. But also, why does this have the vibe of, you know what this was, Silver? Oh wait, I forgot. There's more controls I've forgotten. Silver has the vibe of such a small gap. I could have hovered over it, but part of it is just to give like, you can do this. But Silver gives the vibe of somebody looked at Half-Life 2, explicitly especially the vibe of the gravity gun, and didn't quite learn the right lessons to do it properly. There's a lot of, they tried and largely failed here, because like this game's a tech demo. It's 100% what this is, that they wanted to show off what the team could do with next gen hardware and consoles, and managed to just entirely not do that. Like this, I will mention this every time we stream this, because how do you do this? This game doesn't use the GPU. That shouldn't be possible. And yet here we are. And like this entire Silver's entire gimmick does feel like the gravity gun. Entire game does give half, yeah, like with the setting of the kind of ruined city and stuff. Tech demo tubies. Hey, you are a tech demo in the sense of Half-Life 2 being actually both a massive tech demo, but really fucking fun. I will still play. You know what? We don't have to do this. We're just going to fling ourselves. Game where Blaze acts as a local training in their family history of war crimes. And you love that. You love to see that for her. Targeting. It'd be cool if physics, right? But I think part of it is that the physics engine takes a lot of, is failing for two reasons and is rough for that. The first is that it involves a lot of moving parts, and moving entities are the biggest thing that's causing the slowdowns you see. The other thing is Havoc kind of has the vibe of it's best when there's unrestrained chaos, but they don't really have the opportunity to do very much unrestrained chaos here because they're not able to do custom-made levels for it. Next Frontier kind of feels like tech demo. And Yeah, it's a polished one that works. It's just that as far as tech demo games go, it's either things like this game and Cryostasis, which are a little bit confusing, a little bit nonsense, but they're good because they're weird. And there's something that you can point at and say, I don't know what the fuck that is, but that certainly happened. But then there's tech demo games where Sonic Frontiers and the original Half-Life 2, that's like, hey, we figured out how to do all this stuff and do it all really well. Come take a look. Like, it's fun. We have ideas here, and I think it'd be pretty great to check it out. I did not realize it did not have that much energy, that little energy. It's just, it depends on whether the tech demo is in service of showing off what's possible versus a tech demo that you didn't have what you think it was. Half-Life mentioned just makes me think of the French parody video of it. Ah, yes, this again. I assume you also are afflicted with a blood curse. Like how every time this game is mentioned, I have to mention it doesn't use... Oh, I already like her moveset for that. That's nonsense, and it's going to be... Well, Silver went flying and just left us in the dust. Oh, your blood curse of, like... However many times, whenever Persona 5 is brought up, I have to mention that that game was launched on the PS3. Ow. Or when this game is mentioned.
It's effective in situations with a lot of enemies.
Oh, that's what it is. Like, yeah, Persona is a PS3 game. This game doesn't use the PS3 GPU. And a couple others. Yeah, blood curses. Inherent problem of having combat system relying on physics as a physics engine is inherently unpredictable and can't work without some kind of code. Yeah, it's that you're just kind of working with what you got, and what you got is just not really useful for... Yeah. Like, Half-Life, it works because the gravity gun is a way for the game to guide you. Okay, just keep tapping it. It just keeps hitting everything. I can get behind Blaze. Mostly because I don't want to be in front of her. Ow. It's a little bit weird going from Shadow's much more polished combos to this, but it works. Everyone chooses tech demo in the sense of gameplay first, style second. That... Oh! That's what the weird tornado thing, square one is. That's a better way to put what I was thinking for the different types of tech demos. Most fun Sonic gameplay is stock acid open world. Wait, yeah, Blaze is actually more fun than Silver. I totally agree. But that actually reminds me of something that they found out in Half-Life 1. Because for Half-Life 1, they had a bunch of different ideas and some kind of things that they didn't really know what they were doing. They kind of hit a brick wall, and their idea then was, well, we're out of ideas. Let's just put every set piece that we used, even the ones that we said no to, in the level at once and see how fun it is. And they're like, oh wait, all these scripted things and set pieces and whatevers are actually really fun. Oh shit, I got hit by a car. Someone get their insurance. Got that. Oh, understandable. He needs it. Like, it is 100%. appreciated. It's rough. Actually, if I ever, it's probably a case of you sent it and then stream ended and I immediately went to bed and a bunch of different things needed for my attention at once. So, oh yeah, hey, speaking of the physics engine needs to work. That's a perfect example. The pipe and the crates on top of it spawned in, but then they immediately glitched out and started bugging. And like, sure, this and immediately following that, there's an instance where the physics engine worked. The cars and projectiles being based off of just kind of random collisions. Yes.
Great.
Those are just kind of better being handled by the physics, because you get random bounces. That's, for the longest time, what was interesting for physics, that you entered in randomness into a scenario.
Looks like I'm on a roll.
Oh yeah, I actually think I did watch some of the French videos. They were kind of fun. I'm saying kind of a lot for no good reason. Fuck. Yes, I've noticed this verbal tick. Let me immediately swap over with just swearing. I don't even know what that sound was, just a weird stretch. Ooh. Oh! Wait, this is Iblis Phase 1.
Come on, you monster!
That we don't fight in the other stories because they've already handled it. I do love the little bit of through lines that you can get from there. But no, speaking of Project 06, I was told in various levels of forcedness that I should... Yeah, when I first found out that I bought this game, because I bought it when drunk. That's important background to this entire thing. I am largely playing this game because I got drunk over Thanksgiving.
Today, it will be finished.
And found a copy from found a copy for $10 from a Goodwill in Akron, Ohio.
His weak spot is the armored head. Aim for that, Silver.
Oh, bold words. You think I can aim these things? They just go where they please. The flames of disaster. Hey, you got an end to this windup, or you just... Oh, you're hitting us with a building. How was I supposed to dodge that? You just threw an entire building on me. Like, what? What is there a known counter for being hit with a building? Oh, and you have another one. Well, I guess just not be under the building. Okay, that is fair. I actually, now that you mention it, I won't really be... hitting me with a building won't actually do much. Oh, it's square. Moon Fizz is a classic adventure game that... There's a reason a squeaky noise plays when you hit me with a brick. And thanks for that. God, aliens are real. This opens up so many perspectives. Slams on the ground, fires guns wildly clip. Yeah, that's about... Oh, okay, so I have to... Alright, I see. Oh, that almost hit. It's funny how much this thing hates us. There we go, finally got a good hit on. Oh, invincibility. Physics in classic adventure games are unwieldy but controllable. Major reason a lot of people have trouble getting Sonic. Hogging controls slippery, missing the entire point is maintaining controlling your momentum. It's not traditional. Yeah, that is something I noticed because I also got I also have Shadow the Hedgehog prepped. I'm just gonna sit over here. Oh yeah. And the first thing I noticed there was all the movement controls honestly feel this, the movement's much faster, which feels good. Like, it feels like what this game should be, that everything here is kind of way too freaking slow. But it's a bit more controllable, right up until you hit a boost, in which case all illusions of that go out the freaking window. Come on. Hey! That worked! But yeah, the momentum's kind of... It's interesting to get into, or to get used to, because it's a lot different than most other platformers, especially ones I've played. Like Mario game... I keep on thinking because it makes sense to me that you hit R1 to pick things up, you should hit R1 again to throw them. Yeah. And this game looks decent on time. That isn't saving grace. This is custom made for mobile, for streaming. You just need a... Damn, that's on me. Gee, I feel like the HEV suit using morphine also was in Freeman's mind, which admittingly is probably because the idea that it is because a combination of it says as much when you put it on that it uses like administering painkillers and the like, but it's also kind of low-hanging fruit, and I'll admit I find it funny. Ooh! Just hit twice. In Boss Sonic 06 stream. Yeah, if you have a spare PS3 going, barreling around, I'll lend you this game. I'm not sure I want it as anything more than a horror story. Sonic's game tiptoe line between too slippery or way too stiff. There's a sweet spot in classic adventure. Yeah, and I think what also helps classic game is the lack of a third dimension. Partially because as far as programming, adding in a third dimension adds in so much more. Like for 2D games, you can just get an artist to do everything you need. Like just get the art department to do a handful of sprites. Like have them do a running, have them do stationary, all the characters and poses they need, and then largely animations are just a combination of those sprites ad nauseum. That you just string them together however you need, and there you go. Ah, bald.
It's not over yet. Don't let your guard down, Silver.
Happy Gordon was unloading slowly because you won't take my morphine. Understandable. Have a good day. Silver the barber. He missed his calling. He honestly did. Being a post-apocalyptic... Yeah, maybe that's why we don't see him in any of their games. When the future timeline gets restored by the end of it, he just owns a barbershop. No psychokinetic powers, no nonsense, no adventures, just you going for a good trim. The closest he's ever had is to villainy is Eggman once came in for a mustache trim, and after Silver gave him the trim, he had a panic attack when he saw on the news who he just serviced. Mind power. That is true. You could service an entire barbershop with just one hedgehog. And G-Man was genuine Sliver Law. Or in comic, he actually learns Gart. You know, I kind of love that for him. Just have he deserves a peaceful little thing after all the shit that these games and the fandoms put him through. just chill out. Have a nice little garden. He doesn't want any of this. He just wants to chill. Which with the knowledge that most bad future he comes from, Silver has never seen a... Yeah, exactly. Like, you see some... That was fucking perfect! No, wait. I died and did it so much better the second time with less buildings to the face. Yeah. That was perfect. There's something kind of beautiful of, like, the trope of someone from a bad future or just the fucking worst planet you've ever seen in a sci-fi setting immediately takes to gardening and the moment they see the possibility, like, I fucking love plants. These are great. I can get behind that because plants are pretty great.
Looks like we stopped it for now.
But it'll just rise up from its ashes again. What's the point of all this?
See, that's why you have to kill Eldritch things harder.
Calm down, Silver.
Then tell me what we should do. How can we completely destroy Iblis?
Bro's just always truth, of course, on the edge of a panic attack. I think Silver has ever gotten 8 hours of sleep.
Comes from a seed, or a chicken comes from an egg.
I don't think so. And I think that's because
the being originally responsible for this catastrophe.
And I think that's because he just can't sleep with anxiety. I relate to. Oh no.
It is.
Well, you're going to hate this next part, which is that my response to Silver is I kind of just want to burrito him in a blanket and give him a cookie. Because, like, he's been going through it. Not a bad future thing, but anything in Metabots and Roshu just loves bugs. Small robots seem like an edgy low type, even wearing a tattered cape. Turns out just mostly introverted. I can relate to that. Just introverted and questionable fashion sense.
I have the power to travel through
As insomnia and wants to chill. It's like me. Yes.
In order to change the past,
Jack can have cookie.
Eliminate the individual who has awakened Iblis, the Iblis trigger.
Who is right now 5 feet behind you watching your conversation.
That guy, will our world be saved?
I actually haven't, but I assume it's just kind of squishy.
Here are my records of this event.
Hang on, I just remembered a fact that makes this entire game a whole lot funnier. Ace's team is kind of brutal. Oh yeah, of course it is. Have you met her? It's going to be intense. And I'm also here for it. I bet it's also cool and that there's a Luxray on it. Because it's even more awkward. Here's the funny thing.
I see it.
My actual first exposure to Sonic was Mario and Luigi at the Olympic Games, the Wii and DS games. And the DS game has Silver in it, and I thought he was much older, smarter, and more put together, and not this silver ball of a disaster. I'm a pacifist. I honestly I don't know how you're keeping that up. Like, you are far from the most pacifistic person I've met. And that's coming from a literal world-eating eldritch horror. So, congrats. So, in personification, Silver. Enjoy the first. Yeah, they were fun. Like, they were kind of just party games, but I was here for it. I kind of want to bust them out sometime later just to do them, or just to mess with them, because they were good.
I guess we all got
They were
separated.
good, just motion sort of game. Cut baguettes with? That doesn't make me feel better about your claims of pacifism, Ace. Coxu effect. Give Sonic what? Yes, I remember that. But the thing is that because I've never played a Sonic game before then, and I wasn't interested in the characters, me and pretty much everyone I played with only chose from the Mario cast. Never picked up a Sonic character for that. But we found Eggman doing gymnastics really funny. Oh no, she clears cuts. How are you? You know, you being in charge of the checkpoints around the blockbuster makes a lot of sense for how bad they've been doing.
First, I need to gather information.
That's true, you do know things.
You see a mark above the head of someone in town.
Someone suspicious in town? That could be anyone. Validate me. Please tell me the cutoff word on validate my was parking. Next Mario and Sonic Olympic Games airing feels back to 2 acrobatics before they banish him the abyss. Hey, welcome back to the distance. Now dance for our entertainment. I'm gonna be honest. I don't think Mephiles has a good chance against anyone in Mario game. You alright? The jungle. Alright. No idea where that is. No Luxray phrase. 4th Elite's 4 member. If trainer survives you, then surprise. 8 says level 67 Iron Valiant. Nice! That I remember that one being kind of cool. Like, of all the future design Pokemons, that was pretty sweet. Feels versus Eggman. Feels on the stage. Oh, he's too. Oh yeah, for sure. The one thing I remember from that game is that Eggman was actually like a high rank technique character, so you would see him doing gymnastics quite often because he just got picked as the CPU choice. Gets on the safest Right, says the person whose Elite 4 team was level 63 Iron Valiant, a murder bot. I just hold smash. Throw what you have, grabbed him. Oh, all of what you have. Grab all.
With the money, you can shop in
Oh, my house died in the middle of that, but game chat has Comic Silverface is dead. Thank you. I'll take a good look after, and good luck with Mouse. Dying. Although, practically speaking, it doesn't have a tail, so they should... So, wireless... Unless you have a wired mouse, they should be called hamsters. Sorry, Zardaro. Image of the post text of I'm the nicest, most rage-filled person I know. Yeah, that's about the vibe of Ace. Safest person. Can't... Yeah, exactly. Logic is sound.
When in doubt, consult your map and radar.
What do you mean, map?
Tell you exactly where you need to go next.
I'm pressing every single button, and yeah, no, that ain't going up. Someone say Murderbot? Yeah, there seems to be quite a few of them. Wireless Bluetooth mouse. The hamster.
No!
Heh. I need height. I need to get high.
Trigger. Where is he? First, I need to gather information.
I need to get higher. And now that I think about it, There's quite a few murder bots here. Or murderous individual. Can I know thing? Fang, I'm sorry to say this, but I think you're being farmed out. You're being farmed out for opinions. Wait. No, I should still have the stuff. Also, I just remembered. All these people just standing in the middle of the grass alone. There was one family on a picnic. I assume they're just enjoying nature or something. Like, yeah, this guy has a dog. Oh. Old man. Woman. Sorry. Old woman. This is kind of secret. Yeah, let the boy enjoy nature. This is all new to him. He has no idea what the fuck a tree is. Oh. Is there an X-wing at the bottom of this swamp? I swear. Well, cannot sit, so they must picnic standing up. It is tradition. They did not have the time or budget. They do the crazy board meme with silver for one comic. Yeah, that has his vibe. I just love Star Trek. Oh shit, this tree is place. Is that a tree? This place is awesome. You cannot convince me that that is not the canon.
This is the mirror of...
That is not a canon reaction. Like, if he becomes a gardener, this definitely... Oh, yeah, this definitely had an impact on him. First place after going to a hellish futures tropical jungle? That's gonna leave a mark on the boy. We're so wholesome in the comics, he just wants his plants to thrive. Aw.
It looks like this lotus will help me jump, based on how long I charge my psychokinesis.
Again. Oh wait, wrong button. Again, the more I experience Silver and the expanded canon around him, the more I just view him as small. He's a bean. He deserves the best. Like, any hate that Silver gets for this, don't care. Don't matter.
If you use your psychokinesis on the middle of the log, it will...
Oh yeah, this is just...
to destroy walls and
this is just like... Oh, I thought we had to set it swinging.
Looks like I can use this to go up.
But no, it's just... Yeah, that would be better if there's something to destroy. Wouldn't hurt to fly, unless the fly was the Iblis trigger. Then he would just do a really bad job of it and accidentally be the reason Elise is once again captured, while not actually contributing much.
I've got to hurry.
And it's really too bad that you aren't specific type of... a specific vibe of blue hedgehog. You would have no trouble with the speed. That thing? I don't know, but there's a log, and I've...
Is this for breaking walls?
Anything's for breaking walls if you go fast enough. Look, quoting an actual mechanical engineer I know IRL, with enough horsepower you can get your living room off the ground. Yeah? I am so confused. Or is it actually currently the reason Sonic's World didn't become a robot zombie help? I love that for him. He's still contributing. Trying to catch flying consistently, kidding. Yep, that's the vibe. Hey, dude. I forgot how slow that charges. In all fairness, I'm not used to that gauge working. I'm not used to that going down, so this is new territory for all of us. Oh. One meme I've heard for how many things I need to destroy the Death Star. Like, one has suspicion. Yep. Although it's funnier from a mechanical engineer. Actually, I can just attribute that quote. It's a quote from my dad. That and that's our big red wall. It promotes hostility. So yeah, the weirdness that led to everything here, it's generational. There a video on College Humor or something about death? Yes, I no, wait, it wasn't that one I'm thinking of right now. Yeah. Oh, I have 7 lives, and so long as I don't do something stupid, I'll live forever. I mean, I'll do something stupid, but... So want me to go that way, or... I'm just going to do a blind leap of faith. Forward. Oh, hey, that worked. But no, the one... This is dorkly short. The one I was thinking of was the, wounded stormtrooper. Quote, sum up 90% of the channel. If you remember it, I can't add it as a quote. It's just that, if you remember it, because I've always forgotten. Like, putting in chat and I'll add it as a quote. It's like, it's an exhaust port. Whole station runs on one small hole for its exhaust.
I wish I could go up.
The amount of people who had good ideas that Vader has had to have killed to cause it to fail like that. No one would have accounted for that. Well, those spawned in, so I assume that's a... No! There is no reason I shouldn't have been able to land on that. There was enough space. Alright, do I just have to charge this for a long-ass time? Because it seems like it stops there, but... Station runs... God, I love those College Humor videos. Yeah, nope. It's... What you see is what you get, and there's not much to see. Hey, dudes. Excuse me, but no. Look, I thought... Huh? Oh, I might have to. I thought that would cause it. Where did that go? Wrong way. But I thought that the way the game told me is that the longer it would charge, the more jump height I would have. Hey, you okay down there? Oh, yep, he's okay. Best one. There's a slot to... There's a slot to get the... Slot... Ah! Hey, Coco! How's it going? We're suffering, but I'm having a good time. So... Yeah. But welcome, and how is, Moo. Okay. How is, just chatting? I think I saw you were doing, if I remember right, a New Year's celebration stream. A little late. Welcome in Coco, welcome in Koi, welcome in Tarkman, and 2J. I was so confused by that name, and then I read it out loud. I'm like, oh, that's genius in such a funny way. Yeah, I hope you're feeling okay, and that you had a good stream. But let me do my raid intro. Welcome in Raiders. I'm Eldritch Horror Bread. Eldritch Horror from... Why did that swing me so much higher than the lily pad? What? Anyway, when I'm not being absolutely confused by this glorious wreck of a game... Song was on the list. Take a guess where it was. Oh, God. There's a redeem tad. more breads. Thank you, Nero. You can indeed make me undergo mitosis. Welcome, nerds. I'm El Jator from Bound Reality. Found a little band blockbuster full of classic games this side. Yeah, this is a good use of my time. I mostly stream retro, occasionally some newer things that catch my interest, but mostly at this point in time, I am absolutely confused at how this game is the way it is. Because as the Blood Curse dictates, I have to mention every time it comes up that this game does not use the PS3's GPU. Couldn't have just UJ, couldn't think of something. I mean, it's also absolutely genius. Like, that is a good name there. 10 out of 10, no notes, except the only note being good name. My tier list of Sonic 06 is like C? Really? That high? Because most of what I've seen... So, admittingly, this is my first Sonic game. Ever. Period. Have not played a Sonic game before this. Before playing this game, I thought Silver was older and competent, but turns out he is an easily manipulated kid that I kind of want to just wrap in a blanket and tell him that everything's gonna be okay, because I think he needs to hear that. And I also think that he just has never owned a good quality blanket, so yeah, it's kind of just a basic reaction. Oh shit, is Ace still here? Yes, I chose this explicitly because of that reaction. I am a masochist and, well, I'm not stupid, I'm just crazy. Go 6 was solidly easily worse. Oh, it's easily the worst game I've played this year. Wait, Zarataro, I have an idea for what I could do for your little... for something. And I think it would get me beaten up even harder. What's up, Says first experience? Oh, thanks for letting me know. I did not see that. If I ever miss a redeem, throw a brick at my face. There's also a redeem at that, and I probably won't miss that one. And get that back up. 6 is like a pug. Yeah, it's deformed, can barely breathe properly, but it's like, aw, cute. Yeah, like that. It's also redeemed that you can get your face or whatever you want on there. Or on the brick. You know, Silver is essentially a stylist's hand on his head? Because psychic powers. Oh. Oh, yeah! Oh, by all means, like, if you have to raid and run, do your post-stream stuff, get a snack, post it all, by all means, and I appreciate the raid so much. I'm almost upset this is your first experience with Sonic. Good. That means I'm doing something a little right. Because before this, I'm not even kidding when I say this, the first thing I remember in life is someone playing Super Mario Bros. 3. I don't... Nope, wait, at that age it would have had to have been my dad. And I'm pretty sure it was the Karibo Shoe level. But I've been such a massive Nintendo nerd and just actually didn't have a system to run this until the GameCube, at which point the reputation was, well, that point, by the point where I realized the console wars shit was over and kind of stupid, it was post 06, so nobody had anything good to say.
The past.
This game sets the stage poorly for the franchise. You might think some Sonic games are actually good because it's saying, well, it's not as bad as 06, right? I'm setting the bar low, and I want to get all the context for how bad the game can get, because I have seen 3 or 4 people play Sonic Shadow Generations, and on the first stage of Shadow Generations made, and I quote from one friend, that she said she was making, quote, autistic screeching noises of joy. So finds how often they're close to this bar. Ugh. Well, next one is either Shadow the Hedgehog or Secret Rings, so phone's getting real low. That means phone's almost dead. Oh, by all means, thanks for coming by and chatting, and for the Pokemon talk. That was fun. And Nice seeing you around. Have a nice night. So one of my first console game experiences too. XO3 on India. Oh. Hey, I need to catch up on chat, but this is one, if you get your expression slow, you'll never. Exactly. Yeah, played as Blaze, and she's great. Wait, I appreciate something only knowing how bad can be. Selling this debate in Mario Party. Nah, Sonic and Black Knight. Best thing about Sonic Forces is the character creator. Yeah, you don't even need to push the buttons from what I've heard. Wait, it's just... Okay, that one's fun. Yeah, Blaze is the best. Best 2 minutes of the game. Oh, yeah. I was also a Nintendo fan, but I played every single Sonic game in the release, or some real highs and real lows. God. That is inspirational, honestly, and I kind of want to do them in order of general quality, partially to annoy fans who are like, why? I walked into that. Plays Amy. Oh, there's an argument for all time. I'm excited to play as Amy for the sheer reason that you show me someone with a giant fuck-off hammer and I'm immediately a fan. Like, that's it. There we go. Playing bad games for months. Oh, you should see some of my streams when it comes to like cryostasis. I still don't comprehend what happened with cryostasis, but at some point we fought God, who was a giant shirtless guy with an anchor, and I don't have the brain power to try to explain what I don't comprehend in that game. So not mutually exclusive. Boom is worse than 06. Great time for fair point. Oh, you decide from the mire of mediocre 3D games. Usually, the way I decide on this is my first one is to say to people I know are Sonic fans, hey, so I was thinking of getting into Sonic and I want to play this game, and judge how much of a reaction, how much their reaction approaches Soul Eater's Excalibur gag of just the face. Oh wow, this is her first time seeing an orca and it's trying to kill her. Bring up Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart if you do like Sonic. Hang on. I have to check something. Oh, where's my PS3 games? Oh, good. It looks like it's on top. Falcon Pacific, Just Cause, or nope. What's that? Over. Huh. I lost it. I was talking about this with Fang the other day, but I've only played a couple minutes of one Ratchet and Clank game because it had a game-breaking bug. Oh god, that is shorter than Sonic or Tails section through here. Awful. But the only game I had was a game-breaking bug that I think was Rifts Apart, or not Rifts Apart. It was the Crack in Time. That's the one. I was looking for the game because I didn't remember it. And from that point, it crashed so hard, and I just didn't really trust any other games to try them out. But then when seeing other people play Ratchet and Clank, I'm like, God damn it. If the game would just freaking work, I would have had such a good time with that one. And fans really... Yeah, it's just... that's even worse, because it was not stable on my PS3. Maybe there had to have been a scratch on the disc. It's from another dimension at first, I think. Unless 06 kind of annoys that just for future. Probably. It's Ratchet and Clank time for bread. Yep.
Finally,
gonna have to try it or buff it out or something. There are enough power tools at my disposal that I could do a lot of awful things with that disc.
Hey! It's about time I finally caught you again.
Oh, the boy's having a panic attack.
Hey, you're not Sonic. I'm sorry.
They're cute.
Huh? Hey,
But he
where'd
gets
he
into
go?
some poor Sonic. That's really good.
He must have run off.
Nice.
I'm sorry. Did you miss someone because of
I
me?
don't know that meme
it's
though,
okay.
but not
I'm
surprised.
sure the guy I'm looking for
The
is still on
parts
the
fines
island.
played it
I'm
3
sure I can still
times
find him.
platinum did.
Well, then I'll
Nice.
help you.
Hey, get your eyes checked.
2 heads are better than 1 when looking for someone.
Hey, just wait a second.
What's your name?
God, he's so awkward.
Silver.
That's a nice name. I'm Amy Rose. It's nice to meet you.
Ah, hey, wait.
This is, I think, the first rescue from. No, wait. No, Sonic hasn't rescued Elise yet, I don't think. But yeah, Amy's probably the only reason that Elise didn't get captured sooner. They played Rift Apart one time, 100%. Hell yeah. Got help for the night. Great. Oh yeah, thanks for coming by. We're actually going to be ending soon because I want to rate out before I get to unskippable ads because it didn't refresh my... It did not refresh my snoozes, and I don't know why. Yeah, poor sweet naive Silver. He is not ready for
People in the town.
Amy. Yep, ad starts in 2 minutes. Like the 4th time she's done this too. At least one of those was technically actually Sonic. You love to see it. Absolutely love to see it. But anyway, yeah, I copied down the thing as it was quote. Oh yeah, post it in and I'll add it into the quote bot right now. And even play after this. Where could possibly go from this? Secret rings or shadow. I don't do something stupid, I'll live forever. I mean, I'll do something. Oh, that's a perfect quote. Thank you so much for that. Just add that and make sure there's a space so it doesn't sub. I know the intro feels like should be in an RPG and not. Yeah. That makes. Wait, the intro for this game or Secret Rings? Part of the reason I'm leaving or ending stream soon is Hi, Cass. I really hate to say this, but we're about to raid out. No way. I'm sorry, but it's Monday. Oh, thank you so much for all the J2J. Raid train. Welcome in, Raiders. I'm so sorry about the timing, but I do have to end just for other considerations tonight. But for anyone new here, Elder Shortbread, Elder Short from Beyond Reality, found one man blockbuster, found full classic games. Decided, yeah, these are tough, but I'm just going to hurt myself with them. And tonight was playing Sonic 06, is my first Sonic game period. And yeah, thank you so much for raiding. If you have to raid and run, I understand, but we will be raiding to someone as soon as I find some. You know what? They are there. But I know, right? I'm so sorry. I really appreciate it though, and it means a lot. But don't worry, I'll get you back for it. Hopefully, at some times. But we're going to be rating and passing this on to It's Biku, who's Cyberpunk B VTuber who's playing Sly Cooper, which that's a pretty good game. Why did I say it like that? God, this is why I'm ending now, because I can feel myself falling apart. It's a great game. I've seen it and it's fun. Wait for it. Thank you. I do really appreciate it, and I feel terrible rating right as you rate it in, but it's just like I really need to sleep. It's been a Monday of all times, and I'm not sure tomorrow's going to be better for me. And thank you for the follow, Bad Harem King. I do appreciate that as well. Anyway, rating out before the ad starts. See ya.